What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another exciting installment of the Roundtable Network News, episode number 26. I'm the franchise. That right there is your boy, Double J, Josh James. And boy, oh boy, Josh, the news never stops.
It never stops.
Last night was the WWE Royal Rumble. Give me 1 second.
I unfortunately wasn't here for the Royal Rumble, but I was listening. I was at work. I was listening to the boys when I was at work, supporting them. And also, it looks like there's mixed emotions for who won the Rumble. So, yes. It's
Look,
okay.
man, let's talk about this, okay? Jey Uso, overcame all the odds, became the Mr. Yeet winner of the Royal Rumble. So we're going to have him at WrestleMania. During the post conference, he basically said he was going after Gunther for the World Championship. So I mean, we might see Jey Uso. Maybe Jey Uso's the guy who defeats Gunther for the world title.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are for it, and a lot of people are against it. Me personally, I like the fact that it was like Triple H booked a very good Rumble because no one expected him to win.
Mm-mm.
No one. Betting odds, he was like 1 to 100. Like no one expected Jey Uso to win, which is awesome. I love the fact that they did that. But we had a couple of returns. Let's talk about the first return that shocked everybody. Alexa Bliss.
I was so happy to see her.
Courtesy of Matt Boone of the Wrestling Headlines. Alexa Bliss returns to the WWE. She's officially back, but her return was a last-minute decision. After posting rumors of the possibility in the last month leading up to the show, we confirmed per multiple sources Saturday that she would be appearing at the event. Despite the on-air skepticism towards wrestling news outlets during the Royal Rumble broadcast from the commentary, oh my God, yeah, they were shit-talking dirt sheets and everything. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We had a report multiple times leading up to the show that it was coming. It actually was coming. Actually, Alexa Bliss herself, who alluded to how she would be at home for the foreseeable future, showed up. As of Saturday morning, other participants were unaware of Bliss's inclusion in the Royal Rumble. She was not present on the Friday's rehearsal, and originally another talent had been slotted for that spot instead of her, and she ultimately filled that spot. According to Matt Boone, Shotzi was initially planned to enter the Rumble, making her first main roster appearance since last year's event. Missing significant time due to a knee injury, she had returned to NXT to regain her in-ring rhythm in preparation for her to come back to the main roster. Alexa Bliss came. It was great. The crowd popped so hard for her. I'm happy she's back.
Same here.
And you can see when she got in the ring, she totally teared up. It was like, I'm back.
And didn't she get the biggest ovation?
She got the biggest pop. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy.
Because we haven't seen her since 2022, was it?
Well, I mean, it was like 2023, I think.
Okay.
She got pregnant. She got married. She left wrestling for a while. She came back. Mm-hmm. And now, look, man, I mean, she came back. Bray Wyatt would be proud to see that Alexa Bliss was back. The great thing about it was if you go on Twitter, Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas posted, there you are. And it was great. It was so
I saw that.
There was a lot of issues backstage last night at the Royal Rumble, and I want to discuss the backstage update on Drew McIntyre, who stormed out of the WWE Royal Rumble even before the show was over. Speculation as to who upset him. It's crazy. This is also courtesy of Matt Boone of Wrestling Headlines. He reports that Drew McIntyre was reportedly frustrated with a fellow competitor following the Royal Rumble 2025 match. As we reported last night, per PW Insider, so Mike Johnson from PW Insider reported this last night, McIntyre was visibly upset backstage after his elimination, allegedly due to a participant who prioritized showcasing their own moves over the broad storytelling of the match. Witnesses described McIntyre as screaming and cussing before he left the arena prior to the show's conclusion. Now, Dave Meltzer, of all people, later confirmed the reports on Wrestling Observer Radio via the Figure 4 Wrestling Online.com, stating that McIntyre was not alone in his frustration. There's a guy that a lot of people were upset with in that match, believing he was more focused on getting himself over rather than elevating the overall match. That's what Meltzer explained. While the name of the individual has yet to be verified by multiple sources, Meltzer noted that it was inevitable it would come out. He had it confirmed by one source and is awaiting a second, while others have begun speculating, pointing towards whom? Logan Paul.
To be honest, it would not surprise me.
Now, multiple people telling me that it's multiple people telling me that Drew was genuinely unhappy about this part in the storyline, and from what it was said that he was very pissed off about the situation. During the match, McIntyre was eliminated by Damian Priest while Logan Paul and LA Knight were in close proximity. The sequence of McIntyre attempting to throw Jey Uso over the rope before colliding with Paul and Knight, leading to his elimination. So this is my thought. I watched the Rumble, and Logan Paul was number 30.
Mm-hmm.
Came in, and when Logan Paul came in, it totally disrupted the whole flow of the Rumble. Like, you can tell he was trying to get all his shit in.
Yeah.
You can tell he was more worried about looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, like, by him doing all that stuff, maybe the sequence of eliminations that happened may not have been planned. Like, it may not have been planned.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't think that the elimination happened the way it was supposed to. I think maybe he wasn't supposed to like, maybe the storyline between Drew McIntyre and the rumor about the storyline between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest was already set in stone. Like, that was already going to happen, apparently, on the road to Mania. But in a multi-man match like this, where there's so many components, so many moving parts, you got to pay attention to your spots. Because if you're not paying attention to your spots, that's how people get hurt. And that's how mistakes happen. And I firmly believe that, a mistake did happen. And it may have cost the whole match. You may have just thrown the whole match out of whack. But, it happens.
And you've been in Battle Royal or Rumbles like this before. Has this happened to you before, Blood?
Oh, God, yes, dude. Be a war game. Look, let me tell you. Multi-man matches are the hardest matches to work, because you got, let's say, two guys over here, two guys over here, two guys over here, and then two guys behind you, and then you and your guy working. All those combustible parts, someone's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
And it's like a snowball effect. Once it starts rolling, it can't stop. And the way the guys were like eliminated, I can tell there's a couple mistakes. But WWE is always good at fixing those mistakes and making them look like they're part of a work. So we'll see about that. Let's talk about the updates on returns from multiple women. Also, courtesy of Wrestling Headlines, Matt Boone. Also, again, this guy's reporting a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
The WWE main roster women's division is filling up fast. In addition of returning Charlotte Flair, who won the Rumble, we got Nikki Bella, former TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace, who swerved everybody but me, because we talked about it on the news about the plane ticket. Jordan Grace also turned up in the Women's Rumble. She also signed on the dotted line earlier this week. So we had a lot of people that were anticipating her showing up. But, dude, WWE Hall of Fame legend Trish Stratus still looks amazing. She returned to the ring wearing the same outfit she wore in her WWE debut 25 years ago.
Crazy.
Stratus had mentioned in multiple interviews leading up to the return of this weekend that she had her sights set on another WWE comeback for her 25th anniversary. So welcome back, Trish. Thank you, Trish. The last time she was involved, her and Becky Lynch, her and Lita, tag team title situation. It was great. There's a lot of high profile women on there. So much that the WWE had to add secondary women's titles. The WWE Women's United States Championship and the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So we got a lot of NXT talent that come up. In the Rumble, we had Julia, the current NXT champion. We had Stephanie Vacure. I love Stephanie Vacure.
Same.
We also had Roxanne Perez. who by all means made history by being the true Iron Survivor,
Yeah.
lasting well over an hour in the Rumble. She broke the record previously set by Bailey. Um, yeah, it's crazy, man. She boasted a record-breaking record for the longest run in the Women's Rumble, 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 47 seconds. That's what she did. And she's basically said she's on the main roster. She's looking for people on the main roster. So welcome to the main roster. And I'm just gonna say, man, I'm glad she's not in NXT anymore because I don't have to hear Booker T sweat over her so hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got annoyed by that too.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. So as of Monday, the WWE is going to start the road to WrestleMania by starting the Elimination Chamber matches. Looks like Raw General Manager Adam Pearce popped up on the social media this morning, or this afternoon rather, and said that he's going to start putting together some matches for the Elimination Chamber. We also have the 2025 Women's Rumble winner Charlotte Flair and the Men's Rumble winner Jey Uso are also going to be in the house. So yeah, Raw is going to be pretty lit tomorrow. I wonder who's going to be in these Elimination Chamber matches. These matches that are going to be live on Raw and Netflix.
I'm curious about that too myself. I mean, I think we could all predict Cena's going to be in it. And I know Cena will most likely be in the chamber.
At the press conference, Cena basically said he's going to the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
He's winning the chamber, and he's going to Mania because it's best for business. He said that. Those are his words. Best for
I know,
business.
but just best for business. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I'm just like, wow, okay. So basically you're saying you're winning the Elimination Chamber. And we talked about this. I mean, Jey Uso and John Cena were the last two men in the Rumble. They were battling it out. And it was a great sequence that Jey Uso finally got rid of John Cena. But
yeah,
we talked about the longest Rumble winner, person in the Rumble. Let's talk about the shortest. The legit shortest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I won our trivia, our predictions championship because I said the shortest person in the Rumble was going to be Maxine Dupree.
Same here.
And Maxine Dupree was in there for 1 minute and 30 seconds. But the real person that was eliminated right away was none other than Penta El Zero Miedo. Penta, 2 minutes,
That's true.
1 minute and 50 seconds into the match, right before the third guy came in. Penta was number 2. Rey Mysterio was number 1. I was like, please, God, let these guys be 1 and 2 so we can get a good, authentic Lucha Libre match with the greatest Lucha and then the second greatest Lucha, right? So we get them in the match, and at one spot, we get Penta gets flipped over the top rope, and both feet hit the ground. Referee was standing right there, right in front of the commentary table, and they were like, "Oh, Penta's almost eliminated." We're like, "He fucking got eliminated."
Yeah, I saw that, and
it was so bad, dude.
So the funny thing is, like, Penta was the original fastest elimination.
Yeah.
Until Ludwig Kaiser came out.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, man. It was funny. It was real funny to me.
It was funny.
Happened. There were a lot of botches on this show. It was crazy. Joe Hendry, TNA World Champion, showed up in the Rumble.
I knew he would.
Well, we also had the return of AJ Styles,
which
who got eliminated by Logan Paul.
And he's got his theme song back.
His old theme song is back. I was like, y'all don't want none.
I was happy to hear that.
They don't want none. Yeah, I love that theme song.
Same here.
So yeah, there are a lot of highs, but then there were some lows. As the women's number 30, Nikki Bella. There are so many people you could have put in there.
Nikki Bella. Jade. You could have put Jade Cargill as number 30. I would have not been a disappointed. I mean, here's the thing. I know I picked AJ Lee, but that's just because, like, I'm a fan. And I know every year people's going to say, oh, this is when she's going to make her return. Deep down in my heart, I kind of knew she wasn't going to return, but I had to say, oh, AJ Lee's going to be number 30. But I would have been more happier if it was just Becky or Jay Cargill. I would have been happy if they were number 30. But Nikki Bella, of all people.
It was a waste of time. That was the worst number 30 I've ever seen.
I saw someone post this on Twitter. After last night's Royal Rumble, I think we could officially say AJ Lee's never going to come back into the Royal Rumble.
That's, hey man, you know, in this professional wrestling world, never say never. I'm going to say never.
Yeah, I think I even fully admit it's like, yeah, that's true. It makes me sad, really, because I would love to see her come back. But hey, maybe she's more happier not taking bumps in the ring.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, let's talk about.
Also, where was my boy Omos? Where was he?
Exactly. Omos didn't show up. I show speed.
Yeah.
That fucking guy.
You could literally gave that spot to Omos since he's supposed to make his return to the ring. But in the same time, we did get a funny moment in a way.
And I'm going to say this right now. Braun Breaker is dangerous. Braun Breaker hurt that man so bad. And speaking of hurting so bad, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, both those guys are injured. There was one spot where Kevin Owens took a backdrop onto the ladder. Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
And then the final spot where Kevin Owens went through the ladder and folded up like an accordion.
Mm-hmm.
This is just my opinion. But to me, that looks like he has been written off. Like that was like a swan song for him.
Yeah, I guess
Cody Rhodes is now the undisputed WWE champion. I know you hate saying that. I hate that. You can't be undisputed when you've got like a WWE World Champion and then the WWE Champion. Like you're not undisputed.
You know what's funny? I went to go back and watch. I think it was during the Invasion storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a fan that had a sign. This was like, I think at the end of it, there was a sign. A fan said, "How can you have an undisputed title without the NWA World Title?"
I mean, because there's world champions everywhere.
Yeah, I know, but
Ring of Honor World Champion, AEW World Champion.
But with WWE, they got the WWE Championship. They got the World Title. They got the NXT title.
Well, they never say the NXT is. I know NXT is a world champion, which is good.
That's true. But I get where I think it was Drew that mentioned this, or it was Sinner. The world title is a complete different title, and I get that, but still, I agree with you, Blood. It's like, how can you be an undisputed champion when you have another world title?
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, we even had Joe Hendry. Oh my God, funniest moment of the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna say funniest moment of the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hendry came in and was laying people out. He didn't lay Sheamus out.
No.
And Sheamus stood to the side while Joe Hendry was doing all this stuff. And who was it that slid in the ring and attacked Joe Hendry? Was it Ludwig Kaiser? I'm not sure who it was. But Joe Hendry was like, Sheamus was like, "Hey, man, I was enjoying that."
Yeah.
I believe in him. That shit was so funny, dude.
Sheamus is hilarious. Funny. I love Sheamus.
It was so funny. I loved it. That was like one of the most lighthearted moments of the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? The Rumble was great. Elimination Chamber matches start tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, live on Netflix. We will be here live to discuss it. Hopefully there'll be an update on Drew McIntyre and the situation. We'll find out who it was, why it was, and hopefully get it squashed.
You said Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes are both injured. Did it say how long are they out, or
the news? I mean, the report that I read just said he was injured.
Okay.
They didn't say how long. I'm waiting to find out more news, so hopefully there will be some news.
Okay.
But yeah, the only person I know for a fact that got hurt was I Show Speed, and who cares?
Okay. Yeah. Did you see that video on that Logan Paul shared of that cut that he had on his? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Did you see the video of Logan Paul grabbing that fan's camera and breaking it?
Yep, I saw that. Why would you do that?
If Logan Paul is the guy that everyone is upset with for ruining their spots in the Rumble, can you imagine how pissed off people are going to be when he's the guy who broke a fan's camera?
Yeah, that costs money, dude.
I've done a lot of things in wrestling, torn up signs, threw water at people, hit people with belts that you brought to shows.
Yep.
But I've never broke someone's stuff.
Not true. You broke one of my belts before.
Okay,
but here's
but
the
that was
thing.
a mistake.
But here's the thing. I said that was fine because the belt was half broken anyway, but you made it worse.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something that's not worse. Let's give some congratulations. Officially yesterday, February 1st, Tony Khan. God damn it. That guy, man. That guy.
Yeah.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan, after her win on her debut at AEW Collision, Megan Bayne is now officially All Elite. And she's got the AEW All Elite banner. She's All Elite officially. She debuted yesterday on AEW Collision, ironically, the same time the Royal Rumble was going on. Don't understand why that happened, but okay. Harley Cameron scored her first victory on television. She defeated Taya Valkyrie with a crucifix pin. Shout out to her. Deanna Grosso was pissed off about that. But you know, this to me, this is leading to Harley Cameron facing Mercedes Money in Australia for the TBS Championship.
And like you said, they're gonna book her to be the one to dethrone Mercedes Moné. I'm hoping that's true.
That'd be great. Also, Bandito returned to AEW yesterday.
Oh, Bandito.
He's been showing up. He's been showing up on the Jericho cruise. I guess he was on a Jericho cruise, but last night he made his return to Ring of Honor after he previously faced Jericho at Final Battle. He sustained a concussion.
Oh, jeez.
He came back to rescue the Outrunners who were being attacked by the Learning Tree. So I'm guessing that storyline is still going. Roosh also made his highly anticipated return to AEW Collision. He answered Max Caster's open challenge. Max Caster did this open challenge saying he's the best wrestler alive. Roosh came out and beat him quickly, pinning him like in less than a minute. Also, Drew Listico accompanied Roosh to the ring. So yeah, and then they spoke to the Beast Mortals after their win. So yeah, it happens, man. We might be getting LFI back together.
Ooh, that's cool.
We also had Cope. Cope is challenging John Moxley for the AEW World Championship at Revolution next month. Great. The match has not yet been officially made, but Cope's been, challenging and saying he wants to shot the title. Brian Keith of the Learning Tree defeated Mansoor. The MXM Connection then attacked Brian Keith. Big Bill came out and made the save. So MXM, looks like MXM is going to have a feud with the Learning Tree.
Okay, cool.
We also had Harley Cameron defeating Billy Starks. Nick Wayne defeated Serpentico. Danny Garcia beat Black Machismo Jay Lethal. The two did Mega Powers handshake after the match was funny. Big Bill defeated Mason Madden, the other half of MXM. So that's going to be coming out of the AEW Collision episode for next week.
Okay, cool.
So on Dynamite, we have Ricochet versus Swerve Strickland. We have Will Ospreay taking on a member of the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher and Kenosuke Takeshita take on Buddy Matthews and Brody King. Queen Aminata faces our girl Timeless Tony Storm. Yeah. So then we have Collision, Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe, Penelope Ford versus Thunder Rosa. That's all next week. So wrestling's been like I said, wrestling never stops, man.
That's true.
Stops. Before we head out, I got one more story that you can do your best in today in wrestling. Joey Janela got attacked in a physical altercation with a former AEW extra. And that was funny. I mean, it was following a GCW event in Indianapolis on Friday. So the night before the Rumble, Joey Janela was involved in a physical altercation with an extra at AEW, Dylan Bostic. So yeah, it was crazy, man. So go ahead, Josh. Let's talk about today in wrestling history.
Today on wrestling history, we're going back to 1976. After being struck in the face, Susan Tex Green puts her NWA Women's Championship on the line against the Fabulous Moolah in a shoot submission hold and made Moolah tap out or give up at the time. Green held the title for several days before being forced by Vince McMahon Sr. to give the belt back, rewarding it to Moolah. Green's title reign is not recognized by the WWE.
It should be.
It should.
Anytime someone gets their shoulders pinned to the mat 1, 2, 3, that title should be flipped.
I agree.
But that's just me.
I'm with you on that one too. Also on another thing, this is pretty sad. Like, we're going to 1986. The Gino Hernandez died as a result of a drug overdose at the age of 28 years old.
Gino Hernandez was so fucking good, dude. World class championship wrestling. He was like a legend in Texas, man.
You know what? If he would have lived, and I've seen people even bring this up, they think if Gino have lived, he would have been perfect for the Four Horsemen role.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hell yeah.
Like, can you imagine him with the Four Horsemen?
He may have took Tully Blanchard's spot. He was that good.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I think he would have been perfect as a horseman.
He would have been perfect as a horseman.
He's one of those wrestlers. What if? Like, he's one of them.
Him and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. What if?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. And another one. 2004 WWE Monday Night Raw. Before Trish could take on Molly Holly for the WWE Women's Championship belt, Eric Bischoff came to the stage to tell Trish she wasn't the number one contender, and so instead would be taking on Kane.
Oh my God.
This was during when Undertaker was buried alive, but making his return.
Yeah.
Ruthless Aggression era was weird.
Yeah, it was. Some of it was really stupid. Yeah. So back to that story before we go, the Joey Janela story. Mm-hmm. So basically, following the GCW event in Indianapolis, Indiana on Friday, Joey Janela was attacked by Dylan Boswick. After the show, Janela was signing autographs. Boswick approached him, flipped the table over. Joey threw the table at him. They came to blows. Boswick landed a few punches, as you can see in the video. I'm not gonna put the video up though. Several members of GCW roster then stomped Boswick out. So Boswick posted on Twitter, finally got Joey Janela lacking gang shit. That was February 1st. Joey Janela responds, gonna nip this in the bud. There's a video circulated of me getting ambushed at my table while I was meeting fans after the show tonight. It stems from him airing his grievances about his experience doing AEW extra work the day after Brody Lee's death. And a lot of us were very upset. I guess some of the stuff he posted. A lot of us were very upset about it. I took to Twitter because I thought it was disgusting, and we went back and forth. Tonight, 4 years later, he flipped me and Megan Baines gimmick table over to confront me, and we got into a little scuffle, which resulted in a GCW crew thinking I was getting attacked by a deranged fan, and Megan thinking it was some wild Joey Janela skit. For someone that claims to have been boxing training, amazingly, not one punch landed, and he was eventually carried out like a crying baby by Calvin Tankman. Sorry to all the fans that had to witness that. It is an extremely embarrassing situation, and sorry to all the Indianapolis crew that wanted to put on a great weekend of independent wrestling for the city. Sorry if I contributed to any of the unnecessary drama. I mean, the video, whew, boy. Wait. My boys, a good friend of mine, Zane Presley, shout out to Zane Presley, a local legend in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the wrestling scene. He posted this video. I'm going to show the video. Let me go ahead and make the video, babe, before you go ahead and get out of here.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is courtesy of Zane Presley.
I think I know what video you're talking about. I think. I could be wrong. I think I've seen it before. I don't see it, blood.
You say you don't see it?
Yeah, it's not on the screen.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Give me a second. There we go. I'm sorry.
There we go.
I started watching it. I'm so unprofessional today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Yes, I did see this video.
Stop recording. Get the fuck out of the way. You're done, right? Hey. I get it. Pick him up, throw him out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of the way. Get the fuck out.
Thank God for Calvin Tankman being there.
Yeah, seriously. Dang.
Man, like I said, man, pro wrestling is fucking wild, man.
And it's just February. It just started.
Yeah. Hey, first day of Black History Month was yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black History Month. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on the Roundtable Network News. I am the franchise. That is your boy, Double J, Josh James. And Josh, what do the people think about that guy, Tony? Yep, that's what they say.